basically what this Travis Hunter situation is. Now, I wasn't sure about who homie was at first, right? The internet and the way the algorithm works, when there's a hot topic, got the world going crazy, got the internet on fire, they will make sure that you at least know the name of the individual. You see the name pop up everywhere, right? And you try to avoid it, not paying no mind. All I knew was homie was an athlete, and I left it at that, right? Because I'm trying to get in folks' business and stuff like that. But it's out there for everybody and they mama, granddaddy to read. The dog too, man, right? But how I decided to go and look into it a little bit, I came across these two brothers who was having a debate over the situation. One person was defending Travis Hunter, right? And the other person was basically kind of like defending this girl, basically, and defending their relationship in a sense. They had two different perspectives, and some people might agree. You know, the one person was like, yo, at the end of the day, this is some crazy stuff that's out here. But even though these two are adults, they're still kids, they're children. So maybe there should be a little bit more sensitivity towards the girl instead of everybody jumping on her. Maybe people shouldn't be so harsh because they're still young. She's still young and she's still at the age where you're going to make mistakes, and people shouldn't be that surprised that something like this is even a thing, right? You're talking about some 20 some years old, 20-year-olds, right? He's 21. She's only 2 years older than him, right? And I'm like, well, damn, no wonder people are talking about this. But honestly, it's not that big of a thing. But you know, when you got um an athlete, and then you have the word relationship, and then you have the words, you know, other guy involved and stuff like that. That's all it takes. America's a mess. The toxicity on the internet is real, right? So I went, I did my research to get caught up. Went and did my little deep dive, right? Because I wanted to understand exactly what everything, all of what was going on, right? Now, here are the red flags of the situation here. Now, right? You have all these things that are popping up pertaining to this girl, and it's a non-stop thing. It's like every other day or every other week is something new that's coming out pertaining to this man's girl, right? And Travis is in a situation where he's just like, he's defending her. He's fighting off the rest of the world, right? He's defending her. Can you imagine being in a situation where you're with somebody that you love, care about, this, that, and third, and you wake up, go to sleep next to this person. You're defending them against the rest of the world, but in the same breath, you look on the computer and the TV and you're finding out certain things pertaining to her for the first time, just like everybody else, along with everybody else. You cannot make it up. Any 30 or 40 something year old man would have trouble dealing with this predicament. So just imagine you're 21, early 20s, haven't even reached your prime yet in life, bro. And you got so much potential, so much going for you, right? How do you deal? And what's the end game? People are questioning this man's mental, his mind state, right? How is his mentality right now? How is his mental health being in a predicament like this? Now, some folks, when they see these situations, they get kicks out of it. Nothing else, but just they just get pure laughter and entertainment out of these sort of situations. And they love to see all hell break loose in other folks' life. You understand? They love to see everything burning down around other people, folks' relationships breaking up, splitting up. Some people they love that, right? For some of us, it's just something to talk about. It's content. And some people, when they look at a Travis Hunter, some people actually feel bad for him. They genuinely feel bad for a kid in this position because when they look at Travis, they're thinking, oh, yo, I got a nephew his age. I got a younger brother his age. I got a friend or homie his age. I got a cousin his age, right? So when they're speaking on the situation and they're trying to offer some advice, or some type of words of wisdom, when they're speaking on, it's coming from a genuine place because they actually want to see this brother get past this situation, and they hate to see a brother like him with so much going for him in this position in the first place. You got celebrities, like Bow Wow, Deion Sanders, who was his coach, and other folks who are speaking on this, even like Godfrey. Godfrey tried to, speak some wisdom a little bit to the youngin, but homie was fed up. He cursed Godfrey ass out. I think he called that man ashy, fam. He called him ashy. He's lashing out at the rest of the world. I mean, we would expect that. His emotions all over the place. You don't know which way to go, which way to think. The other day, something else they say new had came out pertaining to the girl. And they say that this man was so upset that he couldn't even get on the plane to get where he was trying to go. Can you imagine? Every day you wake up, it's like, what today? About your woman, your lady, right? It's like, what am I going to hear today? What these people going to put out there? And it's out of your hands too, bro. It's out of your hands. And it's like this. It's like someone has put 110% of effort into ruining everything you got going for you. Because this is just a relationship, but this is a young kid. At some point it's going to start working on his mental, possibly, right? It's very important that people close to him have a talk with him and hold him down, because the internet, man, it's undefeated, bro. The internet will really break you if you don't have tough skin. No such thing as a fair fight when you are talking about the internet. An average, everyday civilian person, right? Just, having a little bit of your personal life get put out there. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. Right? So imagine being an actual celebrity or a kid, an athlete, right? Like a Travis Hunter. And then it's pertaining to your girl. It's not even about you. It's not even about you. It's not even anything you did. It's about your lady, your woman. I can understand 100% why some people feel like he may need to get away from this woman. After doing my research. You understand? Let's go down some of these red flags. Okay, you had what? Music videos that done popped out, resurfaced. Her in the music video with some other dude, right? Picture of her and some other dude. A clip where they say she was supposed to be cleaning some other fool's house, right? They say the music video like 3 years old. Mind you, all together, they say they've been together 5 years. So it's like these 3 years ago, once upon a time, they were still together, right? People are doing the math and trying to figure out, well, how was this possible if y'all was together? If that was, you understand all of this? The internet is asking questions that you would hope he's asking her, right? Now, the thing is, old boy who she used to interact with, he came out and admitted that he put these things out there, right? And he came out, it kept it real. He was like, yo, I was waiting for the perfect opportunity to put this stuff out there. He did it for profit reasons. They ain't care nothing about these folks' relationship or nothing like that. Folks like, yo, what did you really gain from it? Right? What did you really gain from it, fam? It's wild. It's wild. She did what she did at that point in time by dealing, being around. You do wonder, like, how much do you know the fool? Did you know she was dealing with him and all of this? So many, I'm not going to lie, it's one of them situations where there's more questions than answers. But when you feel bad enough for Travis, it's like, hopefully at least he has those answers behind the scenes, right? Because you seem like a genuine brother. You seem like a genuine kid. You seem like a nice kid, man. Right? He just caught up in a situation where it's like the fire just will not go out. And it's like every day you wake up, you got to wonder what's going to get put out there today about her. What am I going to deal with? You got to brace yourself. How can you enjoy your life like that? We talking about no sort of peace of mind, fam. And then you got these instances involving her and him that don't make none of this any better. And when you add all of this stuff up, it's like, wait a minute. You know, if some of this stuff, some of these two clips that I seen, they back up what some people are saying. And people's like, yo, she ain't no good. How could you how can she possibly really care about this man? Right? The videos and the pictures and stuff was put out there not by her, I guess. So it's like, how can you blame her for that? Right? You can blame her for her actions, whatever the case. But so you got the one clip where it's him and it's her. He's going up to her. It looked like it was after a game to like embrace her, give her a kiss and a hug, whatever the case. And she's like turning away from him, like she don't want nothing to do with him, right? And that looked at iffy as hell. And if that wasn't enough, you got a situation where they were at like some sort of ceremony. You got Deion Sanders and you got Travis's moms just standing up, clapping, right? And folks put the narrative out there that if you look close, you can see Deion Sanders putting his hand on the girl, saying, you know, like stand up, like what are you doing? Basically saying that Deion Sanders had to tell this woman, yo, get up, show support towards your man, clap for him, stand up right now. Like, what are you doing? You know? And it's they're like, yo, she wasn't gonna stand up. She didn't care if she even looked like she was trying to show support, genuine support, right? So these narratives there could be some truth to these narratives and why people are saying some of the stuff they saying, man. And I remember hearing her speak about when they first met. She said when they first met, she wasn't really into him like that. She didn't want to do with him like that. But then they ended up circling the block and she gave him a chance. Now, if you anything like me, you start wondering, especially when you add everything up, take a look at all these red flags, and it's like, well, what made her give him the second chance? Maybe at first she just looked at him like he was just some average, non-attractive kid. She didn't want nothing to do with him. But maybe when she found out, okay, this dude got a future, right? You know how some women they're trying to jump on the bandwagon early, and and get strapped in for that ride. It was like, well, I got me a baller, girl. You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of like that's how the relationship kind of started. Not to say that's what she was thinking, but when you add up these things, you know, some of this stuff is like it's not her fault. But when you just pay attention to a few of these things, it's like, you go back and forth with it, man. You go back and forth. It looks iffy. It does, right? And she shouldn't even have said this. She let out her mouth. She told a story how when she wanted to party and have fun, he would drive her to go to these places. He wasn't the party type. He wasn't the type that cared about having fun and stuff like that, like her. But he would drive her there, let her go inside, have act a fool, party, not knowing who she was doing what with, what she was doing, right? And he would sit outside and wait for her. And then when she was done, sloppy drunk, after she had done everything she did, he would drive her back home. What man do you know in their 30s or 40s? No, forget the age. What man with any common sense or any confidence would do that? That's how I look at it. Ain't no way in hell, right? Sit outside. It gives you a sense of desperation in a sense. Like, I'm gonna, that's what she wants to do, whether I want to do it or not. We gonna do it because I want to make her happy type of stuff, right? You start thinking all this other stuff, and you can't blame people for thinking the way that they're thinking about this girl, fam. But some people are like, yo, they're still young, they'll figure it out or whatever. It's only natural to grow your own opinion because the stuff is out there, right? Which is not making anything any worse, especially when things are still coming out, right? At the end of the day, it's like, what's the end game? What's the end game for this situation? Because some people, they want to see Travis leave this girl. They want to see them not be together. Some people just love chaos. Some people just love BS. But I think some people look at Travis and they say, you remind me of my little brother, my little cousin, somebody that I know. And from a distance, they genuinely actually have concern about this young man who has so much, right, to give, so much to offer, like so much in his future, right? I feel like some people really want to see this brother do good and come out of this situation because he seems like a genuine kid. He seems like a good kid, man. folks are discussing his mental health at this point, because an average man dealing with this, it's a lot. No man is a Terminator or the Tin Man. Men don't show emotions like women do. We ball this stuff up. We deal with it on our own time and behind the scenes, right? And Travis is no different than any ordinary man. Dealing with that and everything he got going on, you start wondering, what's the end game? And it's like, at what point does this kid possibly break from all of this? No way in hell it's not affecting him. But he's the one that's in the situation, and only Travis can make the decision. 21 years old. 21 years old. All that pressure. Get rid of her. Get her out of there. Stop dealing with her. I do agree that no man should be in a situation like that. No man or woman should be in a predicament where the person they're with is finding out new things of or new information, but old things about the person they're supposed to know, more about than the internet, but they're finding out this stuff just, right along with everybody else. Like, how does that not affect your mindset, fam? It's a damn shame indeed. Damn shame. Well, what's the end game to it? And how much more can come out about this girl? I don't know. I don't know, fam. What should Travis Hunter do? Should he continue to fight it out, stand strong, defend his woman, hold her down, get through it with her? Or should he try to find his peace of mind and perhaps break loose away from the girl? Because it seems like, none of this has anything to do with him. It's all because of her, right? Maybe she was a different person at one point in time, and maybe she's changed. Only Travis really knows that, I guess, right? But bottom line, he's just a regular man. He's human. How much more is this kid expected to put up with, you know? But y'all leave y'all comments, y'all thoughts, and opinions, man. Realest one, slide accordingly. I'm gone.